Look at the back of your hand right now. What color do you see? You might say beige, tan, cocoa, or ivory. But the truth is, what you are looking at is a sophisticated optical illusion. Your brain is essentially a world-class color correction editor, and it is constantly lying to you about what your skin actually looks like. Have you ever bought a foundation or a shirt that looked perfect in the store, but the moment you stepped outside, you looked like you were wearing a mask of orange mud or looking like a literal ghost? This isn't just a shopping fail. It's a fundamental breakdown between your biology and the physics of light. We are going to dive deep into why your reflection is a lie, why your phone camera is gaslighting you, and how you can finally see the real you. Most of us go our entire lives without actually knowing our true complexion, and today, that changes. Let's start with the biggest culprit in this mystery, your own brain. There is a psychological phenomenon called color constancy. Your brain doesn't care about the absolute color of an object. It cares about what that object is supposed to be. If you take a white piece of paper into a room with deep yellow light, that paper is technically reflecting yellow light, but your brain knows the paper is white, so it subtracts the yellow in real time. This is great for identifying objects, but it is a disaster for skin tone. When you look in the mirror under warm bathroom lights, your brain is actively filtering out the warmth to show you what it thinks you should look like. This is why you don't realize how washed out or sallow you actually are until you see a candid photo taken by someone else in a different environment. You think you're seeing yourself, but you're actually seeing a corrected version of yourself that your brain has generated to maintain stability in your world. This brings us to the first major hurdle, the physics of light itself. Unlike a piece of plastic or a metal car, human skin is translucent. Light doesn't just hit the surface and bounce off. Instead, it enters the top layers of your skin, bounces around inside, hits your blood vessels, fat cells, and melanin, and then exits. This is called subsurface scattering. It's the reason why if you hold your hand up to a bright light, the edges glow red. This internal light show is happening at a micro level all the time. Your skin tone isn't a flat paint, it is a layered cocktail of pigments. You have melanin, which provides the brown and black shades, keratin, which adds yellow and orange, and hemoglobin, which provides the red and pink. These aren't just sitting on top, they are stacked in a 3D grid. Depending on the angle of the light and the temperature of the room, the ratio of these colors shifting inside your skin can change your perceived tone by up to 20% in a matter of seconds. Now, let's talk about the dreaded undertone. This is where most people get it wrong. You might think you're tan, but that's your overtone, the surface color that changes with the sun. Your undertone is structural. It is determined by the specific thickness of your dermis and the way your veins and collagen are layered. This is why some people look amazing in silver and others look like they've been poisoned. Most people use the vein test, looking at their wrists to see if their veins are blue or green, but that test is actually a myth. The color of your veins through your skin is determined by the physics of light wavelength, not just your genetics. To really find your undertone, you have to understand the metamerism effect. Metamerism is when two colors look identical under one light source, but totally different under another. This is the secret reason why you look like a supermodel in the golden hour sun, but a zombie in the fluorescent light of a grocery store. Fluorescent lights are missing large chunks of the visible spectrum. They might be heavy on green and blue, but weak on red. Since your skin relies on red hemoglobin to look healthy, fluorescent lights literally drain the life out of your reflection by not providing the wavelengths your skin needs to bounce back to the observer. But wait, it gets even weirder when we bring technology into the mix. Have you ever wondered why you look great in the mirror, but your selfies look like a different person? Your phone camera isn't a window, it is an interpreter. A camera sensor, specifically a CMOS sensor, perceives light very differently than the human eye. While your eye has millions of rods and cones that are incredibly sensitive to green and red, a camera sensor has to use a Bayer filter to guess what colors it's seeing. Then the phone's software takes over. Modern smartphones are programmed with computational photography. They have been trained on millions of images to know what good skin looks like. Often, these algorithms are biased toward specific skin tones. They might automatically smooth out your texture, which removes the subsurface scattering effect that makes you look human. Or they might adjust the white balance to make the image warmer, inadvertently turning your neutral undertone into a bright orange. You aren't seeing your skin, you are seeing a math equation's best guess of what your skin should be. This creates a psychological gap. You see your corrected brain version in the mirror, your processed AI version on your phone, and a completely different version in the harsh light of day. This is why so many people struggle with color matching. You are chasing three different ghosts. So how do you find the truth? To see your real skin tone, you have to bypass the brain's color constancy and the camera's algorithms. The only way to do this is through comparative draping in neutral, indirect daylight. You need a 5,000 Kelvin light source, which is the temperature of a slightly cloudy day at noon. This is the true light that contains a balanced spectrum of all colors. When you hold a piece of pure white fabric next to your face in this light, your brain can no longer filter your skin because it has a constant reference point of what white is. Suddenly, your true colors pop. You'll see the green of an olive undertone, the blue of a cool undertone, or the peach of a warm one. Most people are shocked to find that they are actually the opposite of what they thought they were. They've been wearing warm colors for years thinking they were golden, only to realize the white fabric reveals they are actually cool-toned and have been washing themselves out. This mismatch doesn't just affect your clothes, it affects your perceived health and energy levels. When you wear a color that clashes with your structural undertone, it creates a visual phenomenon called simultaneous contrast. The color of the shirt forces your skin to look like its opposite on the color wheel. If you are slightly yellow and wear a bright purple shirt, the purple will actually make the yellow in your skin look more intense, making you look jaundiced. If you wear a color that matches your undertone, the colors harmonize and your skin looks clearer and your eyes look brighter. It's not magic, it's just the physics of how colors interact on the retina. We also have to consider the impact of aging and lifestyle on our perception. As we age, our skin loses collagen and becomes thinner. This makes the subsurface scattering more prominent, often making us look cooler or more veiny than we were in our youth. Even your diet can change the game. Eating high amounts of beta-carotene from carrots or sweet potatoes can actually deposit pigment in your skin, shifting your tone toward orange in a way that can confuse your sense of self. It's a moving target, which is why your tone isn't a fixed label you get at birth, but a living, breathing spectrum. Understanding this is the key to mastering your appearance. It's about moving away from the idea that you have one single color and realizing you have a range that reacts to the world around you. When you finally stop fighting the illusions and start working with the science of light, everything clicks. You stop wasting money on the wrong products. You stop feeling ugly in certain lights and realize it's just a lack of certain wavelengths. You gain a sort of visual literacy. So the next time you look in the mirror and don't like what you see, remember, it's probably not you. It's the light, it's your brain, it's the sensor, and it's the physics of 1,000 different variables. You are much more vibrant and complex than a single reflection can ever show. If you found this deep dive into the science of your own face fascinating, make sure to hit the subscribe button. We explore the hidden science behind the everyday things you take for granted, from the way you see color to the way your brain processes reality. Don't forget to like this video if it helped you understand your own reflection a little better. Now go find a piece of white fabric, head to a window with some natural light, and go see who you actually are for the first time. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.